There was a piece in the New York Sun. Here it is. I want to give them credit. In the New York Sun by Dean Karayanis. And I think I speak for most of us here. As citizens lose confidence in federal courts and law enforcement, a push is building to allow for the removal of judges and attorneys general who peek around Lady Justice's blindfold and put their fingers on her scales by creating a legal mechanism short of impeachment. Only one attorney general, Harry M. Daugherty, in 1922, has been the target of a successful impeachment proceeding. He resigned but was later found not guilty. Just 15 judges have been impeached, with the Senate convicting 8. And we've had thousands of judges. Since the American system relies on checks and balances, it's up to Congress to create them when the people demand it. We have to fear law enforcement. Radio and television host Mark Levin, who served as chief of staff to Ronald Reagan's Attorney General, and with me, said in a recent commentary in specific, the United States Department of Justice, the FBI, which is a piece of the Department of Justice, we have to fear them. Attorneys General who oversee these agencies, Levin said, should be subjected to removal by no confidence vote of Congress, noting it's almost impossible to impeach one, since the office was created by Congress, not the Constitution. As was the Department of Justice in 1870, the legislature can alter the terms of employment when the people demand it. The September survey by the Society of Presidential Pollsters at George Washington University suggested 57% of voters said the Supreme Court is working, an 8-point drop since 2020. Approval of the Department of Justice and FBI saw respective declines of 4 and 6 points. Mr. Levin also proposed term limits for federal judges. This remedy would require a constitutional amendment or a convention of states, but is something a House Democratic bill sponsored for Supreme Court justices last year, calling it a move to restore legitimacy and independence. The reason I could not support what the Democrats were doing is because of everything they linked to it. The packing of the court and so forth that I don't go for. And so this is no American ought to doubt, he writes, that the federal legal system is executing its duty with disinterested impartiality. The first step to stopping the erosion of confidence is to recognize the problem. The second is to consider and implement changes to ensure equal justice for all aren't just words chiseled in stone. So I would ask my friend Chip Roy, I would ask my friend Byron Donalds, I would ask my friend Jim Banks, I would ask my friend Jim Jordan. Investigations are very important, but there needs to be a fundamental change here. There really needs to be legislation put together in a significant piece of legislation, a substantive piece of legislation, which gives us our justice system back.